You are listening to the Brilliant Events and Venues podcast, where you learn about everything from unique ideas for attendee engagement to cool venues for hosting your events.
All queuing because this is something that makes you talk to other people that you wouldn't have had a reason to talk to before. It's bloody brilliant.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to episode 10 of the Brilliant Events and Venues podcast. My name is Shantae, and I'm the project manager for Scavenger. Today's topic is how to drive attendees to the exhibit hall. Yes, how to drive attendees to the exhibit hall. How many of you event planners have had that question or had that problem? And this is a good question because this is one that we get often at Scan Trivia and at Scavenger. People calling, they're emailing, they're asking us. And in the meetings, it's like, well, how do I drive attendees to the expo hall? So I'm going to share some things with you that you can do that is going to help increase that engagement and get those attendees in the exhibit hall. The secret about getting this to work is that you do it before your event starts. Start early. As with anything, when you do something, you plan and you start early, you get much better results than when you try to execute on site. So let's look at the exhibitors because they're important. The exhibitors are our rock stars because the exhibitors are the ones paying $150 on average per square foot to be in the expo hall. So I'm going to share some things with you that you can do prior to the event, during the event, and also once you get the attendees in the expo hall. So let's look at prior to the event. Here's some things that I've seen that work great that you can do prior to the event to get the attendees in the expo hall. So prior to the event, here's some things that you can do that work really great to get the attendees aware, because it's about creating awareness so that they know who's going to be in the expo hall, and just to get them, just in a general sense, create that awareness so they can start building that excitement. So what you want to do first is promote your exhibitors on social media. Something else you can do is have the exhibitors promote themselves on social media. So have your graphics team, give them branded graphics that includes the event brand, the event logo, for example, on the different graphics, and have them sized for the social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, but make sure that your team puts that together for them. That way the branding is cohesive from your team and from the participating exhibitors. And allow the exhibitors to put their booth number on the graphics. And then now they're promoting themselves and they're saying, hey, Scan Trivia is going to be at booth 111. For example, visit us at the event and stop by and say hi. So give them what they need to do that. And something that's going to really encourage your exhibitors to continue to do this is that when you see them sharing that information about their involvement at your event, make sure that you share their posts. That goes a long way. So if it's on Twitter, then you can retweet it. If it's on Instagram, then make sure you like it. That way, others can see what the exhibitors are doing, and it just really increases that reach. So now that we've looked at what you can do prior to the event, let's look at what can be done during the event. So here's some things that I have seen our clients do. And I was like, that's brilliant. And one thing that I've seen is having the refreshment breaks in the exhibit hall. So instead of having the refreshments placed in a hallway, have the refreshments placed in the exhibit hall. This will make sure that the attendees go in the exhibit hall because they're going to either want a snack or something to drink. But if you have the exhibitors at their stations, then this is a really good way to make sure that they have an opportunity to speak with the attendees as they are going into the exhibit hall for the refreshment breaks. Also have your networking breaks in there as well. Now, sometimes I know they go hand in hand, but having those breaks inside of the exhibit hall work great. You can also have the lunch served in the expo hall as well. I've been to events where this is just how it is. They have the refreshment breaks in the exhibit hall. All the networking breaks are in the exhibit hall, and then also the lunches are served in the expo hall as well. So keep that in mind as you're planning, because you probably will see a big difference just in engagements when you are doing this. Also, throughout the event, make sure that you continue promoting your exhibitors in the app, because a lot of apps allow for the attendees to post pictures, and that shows up in the stream of activity in the event app. So make sure that you continue to promote your exhibitors in the event app as well. And one more thing that you can do is have interactive signage placed around the venue. And you can have it so that you can have QR codes on the signage, so that when the attendees scan it with their smartphone, now they see a video that maybe has a highlight about what's going on or what will be going on in the expo hall, kind of like teasers. So treat your exhibitors like the rock stars they are. They are the ones really investing in the event. So make sure that they're getting that attention. After all, the B2B industry for events is $30 billion worldwide. So that's something to keep in mind. You want to make sure you keep your exhibitors and sponsors happy. So now that we've talked about what happens prior to the event, as far as getting them promoted on social media and other means, and then during the event, promoting the exhibitors that way through the app and also with interactive signage, let's look at what you can do to engage the attendees, because you spent the time on creating the awareness and you got the attendees excited about the exhibitors. So now you got to provide something that's engaging. You got to provide an engaging and rewarding experience for them. They're all excited. They're all ready to go. They're going to be expecting this. So your question is, okay, Shantae, how do I do this? So, good question. I'm going to give you my answer. So what I would suggest is gamification. We have been in the gamification space for 10 years. And just last year alone, and I'm going to only talk about 2018, but what we did was we've had, between attendees and exhibitors, we've generated over 105,000 interactive engagements. And this includes attendee and exhibitor engagements just over the course of a year. So this is a really effective way to get attendees engaged. And with gamification, what you're doing is you're incentivizing and rewarding the attendees for engaging with exhibitors. There's different ways that you can do this, and you can probably do the passport program, like just a very basic passport where the attendees will go and get it stamped and walk on to the next location. However, you really want that experience of gamification to be more engaging and also easy to implement and quantifiable and fun. So Scan Trivia is all of those things and more. So listen to this exhibitor and how they explained how it worked for them.
So this has been a great experience because, we got the scavenger hunt, which I initially thought was a great idea, but now that I've experienced it, here I have these doctors come up to me, and they're asking me a question that they would normally wouldn't ask me before. My question was, or is, where am I from? And so that opens up a dialogue, and it's very easy for me to ask them a question back. I said, yes, I'll give you the answer, but first thing you have to do is you have to experience my equipment. And so they go on my vibration equipment, and as we're on it, they're experiencing it for the first time usually. And I think during this whole entire weekend, I probably have about a dozen doctors who I would have never had unless they had come up to me and asked me the question. So I believe I probably have maybe another 5 or 6 sales because of the scavenger hunt. So I've been very happy about the experience. I want to thank you all very much.
Now, of course, I got to share both sides of the story. The attendees also get a lot out of this. So the attendees, when they're engaging by way of the Scan Trivia platform, we make it so easy that anyone can do it. There's no age group, there's no gender, it's across the board fun, and across the board easy for everyone. And the cool thing about Scan Trivia is that it's a win-win for everyone. It's a win for the event planners, for you all. It's a win for the attendees, and it's a win for the exhibitors. We have put a lot of thought and time into making sure that all aspects of the gamification platform are really easy to use for all involved. So take a listen to what this participating attendee has to share about her experience.
I have to say, this Scavenger app has been awesome. It has made this conference so much fun, and we've enjoyed interacting with so many vendors. You guys are awesome.
So now that we've explored all the really cool ways to get attendees in the expo hall, give us a call and we can help you with your event and getting the attendees engaging with your exhibitors. Thanks for listening. Increase attendee engagement at your events with Scavenger's game-based mechanics. Learn more at scavengerhunt.biz or give us a call at 800-975-5161.